I'm done playing with the rules. Guys, I'm done. Social norms are ditched. Ladies, I don't know for you, but I hate with a passion wearing bra. I don't know who invented them. They are so uncomfortable. It's like they want to cut you in half. I hate them. And it's the first thing I would remove when I come home. There's one thing when I was in Zambia, I was surprised. I don't know if it's a thing there, but there was women, a lot were looking like me, like was plump and etc. And we went in a type of pub, and there were a lot of women, on a night out, and this lady were like wearing bodycon dresses with the girls hanging, you know, shameless, just comfortable with their body. And I was like, wow, I wish I could do that. One day, I'll be one of these women that will be like, just walking out there with no care and just letting the girls free. But that's not me yet. And stay with me until the end. I will share with you 7 social norms that are completely ditched. Some may shock you or surprise you, but this is my experience. This is my choice. I'm comfortable with them. I'm going to share them with you next. Stay tuned. Number 1 may surprise you, may shock you, but if you remember in the olden days, in the old movies, where we had a couple in the same room, but with 2 beds. I remember when we went to Malta, we rented an Airbnb, and the master room, so the parent room, had 2 separate beds that could come together and that could go apart as well. And so, the first social norm that I ditched is sleeping in the same room with my husband. Don't be afraid. Don't go yet. We still love each other. So at first, I used to just sleep in my office when I work too late at night, and sometimes I'll work until 3, 4 in the morning. And instead of going up and disturbing him, then I will just come and stay here. After I finish work, just lay down. With perimenopause, I have a lot of night sweat, and I don't sleep very well. I move a lot during the night. I wake up sometime 4, 5 times during the night to go to the loo. And so I often would disturb his sleep. The other thing is also that if one of you snore, well, you kind of disturb each other's sleep, and it's not good for anyone. You wake up cranky, etc. Since we've been sleeping in separate rooms, we are feeling better. We have better sleep. We can have our beauty sleep. It's really a gift. Uh, and nothing keeps us from coming together when we want to, when we need to. But at least there's nothing forbidden or wrong with sleeping separately if you need that to have a better sleep. I can already hear some of you screaming. Just understand that each marriage is different. What works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. So this works for us. We sleep better, we feel better, and there's absolutely nothing wrong. It doesn't change anything to our relationship. And when we come together, it's even more special. So honestly, it's a win-win. So that's social norm number 1 that I ditched. Feeling obligated to share the same bedroom just because it's the social norm that husband and wife must sleep together. It's not compulsory. It's good to do it when both of you can sleep comfortably and nobody is disturbing the other every night, whether it's by snoring or moving too much or whatever the reason, right? So that's number one for me. Solo traveling for married women. It's a movement that I see growing and I feel less guilty. I used to feel guilty of feeling lonely, like is there something wrong with me? What do I want to travel by myself and leave the family and the husband behind? The guilt. I was a guest on D from H&D Abroad. She actually invited me to talk about what it's like traveling as a African solo traveler married woman. So I invite you to go watch this video. It was very interesting to hear her perspective as well. And it's something that I forbade myself before, and I thought it was not possible until I came across this community that really encouraged women to go to the end of their dreams and really living their passions. So it can be difficult at first for both the husband and wife. As a wife, you have that guilt, right, of leaving your family behind, your husband, your kid, even if they're young adult like me. At first, it was just small trips, just maybe just a night in a next door hotel, like 30 minutes away. Then he was traveling with my kids because then I was not alone. Because I was still afraid of the backlash of, society, of my culture. Not seeing in a good eye a woman traveling all by herself without the husband. But I am blessed and grateful to have a very understanding husband where we had that discussion, although at first it was not easy, but with time and discussion, we came to an agreement. And today I embrace 100% solo travel. Does it mean that I don't want to travel with my husband? Not at all. I love when we travel together. It's a lot of fun, to travel with him. However, when he's not able to travel or just don't want to because he has other thing he would prefer to do, I will not keep myself from traveling now. Today, I will actually go and I really enjoy traveling by myself. As a married woman, solo traveler, this is something that I completely embrace and that ditch the social norm that tells you that as a married woman, you're not supposed to be traveling by yourself. Trust is one of the things that's really important. One benefit of traveling is that it's like dating your husband again because, gosh, I speak so much more to him when I'm away. Uh, we really feel that need to keep connected and talking every day and just check on each other daily, right? So it's definitely a win-win. And it's also true for him. If he needs to travel by himself, which you've done many times to okay guys, I'm gonna warn you with the next one. Let me just tell you that I'm somebody who think out of the box. I've always been someone very unconventional, right? I'm very curious and I'm very interested by alternative living. The third one I would like to talk about is that movement called LAT. It's living apart together. It's actually married partner people that choose to not live in the same house. I find it really interesting, right? Um, it really open up, you know, um, different options for being together. These days, if you check the rate of divorce, it's extremely high. And so the living apart together movement, it's really people that were maybe married before come together and decide to stay in their own place for um, convenience. Maybe they have children before, and so it's just easier to for each of them to keep their own place. And they're fine. Some of them have been living like that for 20 years. And is it economically sound? Maybe not. For me, I find that movement fascinating. What do I talk about this? Because when you travel solo, you do live on your own. So you live apart from your partner. And I'm touching on this one because my next trip is the one that I've planned to stay for a year. Where I really want to do also, I want to do America, Canada, and then go through South America. Guys, I've added some point. Before it was just South America. Now, I met a lot of my sisters that I want to go see in America. I want to go to Canada and then go down to South America. And I will take a year to do that. So during that year, I will mostly live by myself and will be living apart, but still together, right? And that's okay. It's something that I would not have thought that it was possible before. But really searching online, see how other couple were living, allowing them to do live differently, as long as that's agree with who they are and their union. It really opened up a lot of my horizons because there's a lot of things that were taboo for me to even think about that, right? But today, I think this movement is fantastic. It's not for everyone, definitely not. It's not for everyone, and this may not be forever. I guess when you're getting older, you need to be there for each other to help each other. But if for a period of your marriage it's something that's necessary that you live apart. Sometimes it's for jobs like military guys, right? Who live years out or months out away from the family but still together with their wife. Same difference here, right? It's true that there is their duty for their country. And I'm not trying to compare and say it's exactly the same thing. I'm just saying they're living away from their family. My husband at the beginning was a consultant. So for the first 10 years of our lives, he was living by himself. I mean, we were living separately. He was and I think living it's one that I've ditched my entire life, to be honest with you. Um, it's the social titles. It's nothing wrong with having titles. Please don't get me wrong. That's me. I'm just talking about my experience and what I rejected. And something that I've seen playing a lot and which really disturbed me, it's and what I've seen in Africa, in my culture, instead of rejudging the character of the person, they will put that person on the pedestal because of their title, which I really don't like at all. For me, I look at someone qualities more than their social status. I remember when I just arrived in Cameroon and I had a friend that I really liked. I like her personality. So someone came and see me and told me, "Why are you working with that lady? She's actually lower than you and she will bring you down." I was like, what the heck you talking about? I got so annoyed and so frustrated because all she saw is the fact that that woman didn't have maybe a job or was not living in Anyway, the social status of the woman, that's what she was saying. For me, I saw a great friend, somebody that if I needed help, I needed to talk to someone, she was there for me. Someone that never asked me anything unless I volunteered for her. In the society that I grew up in and where I am, it's that the more title you have, the more you have value. And no, no. I remember that time. I don't know, don't tell me that I'm the only one who did that. Oh my goodness. There was a time where I was in my, I don't know, early 20s or something. I used to wear a size smaller. Or let's say I go to buy some shoes, they're on sale, and there's one pair of shoes that's smaller. I would still take it because they were cute and I needed to look good in them, right? And then suffering into wearing shoes that were too small and too uncomfortable once upon a time. Today, I wear trainers almost with everything. When I'm not wearing trainers, I'm wearing sandals and I'm comfortable. I had a lot of heels I never wore, very tailored clothes that I never wore, but they look good in my cupboard. And they wear clothes for the person I thought I should be, the woman I thought I should be. Anyway, additional of that. Today I'm wearing a capsule wardrobe. I think you'll notice that I'm often wearing black. Black is my favorite color. It's easy to wear. And I have a few different other pieces that, you know, add a bit of color in my wardrobe. But I'm really all for basics. It doesn't mean that I cannot add one thing here and there. Comfort over fashion any day. Uh, there's nothing that I like more uh, than being comfortable. A capsule wardrobe mean that I'm not fighting every morning what I'm going to wear. At least there's not that headache when you open your cupboard and it's just like, I have nothing to wear. That's not me anymore. It's very simple what I'm wearing and very comfortable. At least when I walk outside, I walk with a lot of confidence because I wear things that are I love, that I'm very comfortable in, not something that I need to pull because I wore a dress that's a bit too. No, no. A job that pays my bills and let me live life on my own terms is the most successful job and best job for me. I have never been somebody who was career oriented. Maybe at first, be happy to do a job that require less of my brain power today and allow me to earn money to live on than a job that requires so much of my power, my brain power, that when you go home, that job follows you. And when you don't have that job, you lose your identity because your identity is so linked and attached to that job. That has never been me. A lot of people have their value so closely with their job, so much that when they're out of that job, they lose completely their identity. They feel powerless, they feel useless because the value is so attached to that job. You are more than your job. Don't get me wrong, we all need money. If I could have a lot of money on my bank account right now, win the lottery, I'd be very happy. So I'm not saying that having a lot of money is bad. That's not the topic. However, what I'm saying is you need less money than you think you need. Let me explain that. I've seen in the social norm is like you need to be hitting that six figure that you see everywhere to be comfortable, to be rich. I'm not saying that if I have that today, I would not be happy. However, am I ready to make the effort to earn that? No, because um, that work-life balance. For me, the balance has always been into life than work, right? It's really heavy toward life. So I have never been that person who is so ready to work so hard at a job to be able to earn more money so your bank account can grow more, because I valued way too much my life than my work. Um, Very early, even when I had my kids, I'd rather do work, jobs from home, jobs that paid hardly minimum wages in order to be able to stay and raise my kids. And but that's my choice. I'm not saying women working they're wrong. No, I'm talking about me. Everybody make their own choice, and for some people, it's not even a choice. If you think about single women, they don't have a choice, right? Uh, some of them don't have a choice but work. So that's not the story here. Um, I've all through my working life, I've been offered to either be a manager or something which I always refused. Why? Being a manager, you work a lot more. There's a lot more stress and responsibilities on you. To work like £200, £300 more, it has never been worth my time. I rather work less, but make that money stretch. Why do I say that you need less money than you think you have? Simply because by being frugal, I'm not saying cheap, or being uncomfortable or really living uncomfortably just to afford living on a small income. No, I'm talking about knowing how to make your money stretch. I've been very good at that for years. um where even when I earn a lot a lower income, less money, I'm still able to do grand things. I'm still able to travel because, well, I know how to use my money in a way where it will go further, right? So that's why I'm saying um, you need less than you think you do, and that you can stretch your money and have a lot more saving than somebody that earns a six figure, uh, how you call it, and have um, everything is a loan or a credit. So because they earn a six figure, they have a bigger house, bigger car, bigger holiday, first class ticket, everything. And so they always need more, which means a lot of them can even be in deficit, like have less saving because, well, with higher pay where you also have that lavish life that your needs and want increase with your money. It's not true for everyone. That happens. People that earn so much money but are unable to have savings, are unable um to really be happy with their earnings because they always want more. And in contrary, you have these people that earn less but are very good with managing their money, who really can afford what they want to afford and still manage to have a lot in their savings. So this has always been me. I would never trade, and more even today, my peace of mind for a job that would stress me so much that it completely hurt my quality of life. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing some sacrifices by working, because I'm still working and being paid for the job that I do, right? However, I often choose the jobs that demand of me the least effort. Yes, money is important. Money can definitely buy you a lot of amazing things, and I'm not rejecting money. I'm actually sending, you know, vibes there in the universe to call money in my life. However, I know myself and I know what I want, and I definitely don't want to slave to earn a lot of money. So I'm okay with where I am, and I'd rather stretch the money that I have and keep living a life I love. So, family, these are the 7 social norms that I ditched out of my life. I'll be very, very happy to know what are the social norms that you've decided to, "Mm, it's not for me."